This episode of the Old Dogs REI Network is brought to you by Mino Studio. Welcome to the Old Dogs REI Network, where cash flow is king. Real estate investing, the means, so you can enjoy your retirement dreams. This is the show where we cut right to the chase. No sales pitch, no long monologues, just simple how-to real estate investing advice, so you can earn the passive income you need to enjoy your retirement today. And now, your host and chief old dog, Bill Manassero.
Hello, old dogs, and welcome to
Fun Facts Friday.
This is our once-a-week, only on Friday show, where we have special episodes, not featuring guests, where I will share tricks, tips, terminology, and techniques that will help skyrocket you to real estate investing success. Today's topic is 17 best habits of highly successful real estate investors. As I look at various properties in many different states, I get especially excited about buildings that are built of brick. I don't know what it is, but I know when a building is made out of brick, it's very solid, and that is usually has a very strong foundation. So I know that that's going to be a pretty well-built piece of property there. You see, the foundation has to be solid and well-developed for the bricks to align properly. With wood frame buildings, they can be strong too, but you don't know if there are underlying problems until you dig deep. The possibility of termites, wood rot, and other issues that could seriously impact the structure of that building. In the same way, with real estate investing as a whole, there are certain foundational principles that, when properly applied early on and throughout your investing activities, will significantly impact the success of your business and future investing activities. I put together a list of 17 foundational principles, or tips, if you will, that I see utilized by many successful real estate investors that I meet and interview that will greatly help you in your future real estate activities and business. Now, many of these things I've discussed in previous episodes, so in the interest of time, I will be zipping through this list pretty fast, but if you go to our show notes, you'll be able to get a complete list of all of these items, and I actually have put together a little infographic for you that you can download if you want as well. But on this episode, as I reference different areas, I will also have links to other episodes that will give you a more in-depth look at that particular subject. I think you're going to be able to get a lot of meat out of this, especially if you go to our at the Old Dogs website at olddogsreinetwork.com, and you'll see those specific links and references to those previous episodes, so you can explore those topics in more depth. Okay, so let's begin. Number one, really important, know your why. Why are you investing in the first place? Is it just something you're trying to do to maybe enhance your financial situation? Maybe you just want to keep your mind active and learn something new. And maybe you just want a certain amount of additional cash to be able to make your finances flow that much smoother. Or maybe you want to help out your kids or grandkids in a specific way. Maybe a daughter or granddaughter, maybe to help her with the wedding of her dreams. Maybe you want to travel more. Maybe just for security, to deal with future emergencies or medical care, and knowing that you can purchase quality medical care for needs in your future. Maybe it's leaving a legacy for your children and children's children. Maybe being a philanthropist, changing the world, doing good things with the funds that you generate. Number two, treat your real estate investing like a success. Real important here is that you take it seriously. You have a plan and you work by that plan. You have a structure that you work around that allows you to grow or to reach your goal. Number three, have a plan. It doesn't have to be some 500-page business plan, but you got to have a document that you can reference and that you can check on and revise as you go along. Take the time to put the how behind your why. In other words, how are you going to achieve the things that you're trying to achieve in your real estate efforts? How do you hope to achieve your goals? State your mission and vision, goals and strategy. Outline your specific goals and how you're going to achieve those. And when you write it down, begin with the end in mind, okay? Again, going back to your why and work your way backwards from there. Number 4, stay focused. Don't get caught up in the shiny object syndrome. Should I flip wholesale, buy and hold, buy raw land, buy deeds and liens, buy single family homes, multifamily, syndicate? Okay, all these things, you need to zero in on exactly what it is you want to do. Pick your niche and be an expert in it. Later, if you want to branch out, you can. But again, stay focused in the beginning and achieve and learn what that one little thing is that you're going to do. And if that's just investing in multifamily, then that's it. Or if it's just buying single family homes, then just do that. But learn it well before you go on. Number 5, always keep learning. Really important for people that are successful is that they keep listening to things, podcasts, reading books, watching YouTube, attending seminars, webinars, going to conferences, talking with experts, networking with others that know more than you. Number 6, find a mentor. Really key, especially in the beginning. Define exactly what you want from that mentor. For example, I want a mentor who has at least 10 years of experience in the area I want to learn. Will take time with me, listen to my questions, answer my questions well, not just tell me what to do, but somebody that's accessible, that will take my calls promptly, return my emails, and so forth. Define what it is you're looking in a mentor. Then go after that person. Where can I find that person? How can I get an introduction? How can I get their attention? Try to get somebody else to introduce you to that person. Ask yourself, too, what do I have to offer to that person? I mean, why are they going to want to help me unless there's maybe something I can do for them? And maybe you're an engineer, you're really good with Excel spreadsheets, and you can help them to refine some of their operations and analyzing properties. Or maybe you know web page design, or maybe there's a lot of different things that you can do to try to help that person with skills that you have. Number 7, strive to be a great communicator. That's really, really key because, this is a relationship business, so you're always talking to people, and it's important that people understand you and what it is you're trying to say, what you're trying to achieve. Let people know what your goals are and continually work on that. Focus on being a master communicator with people that are selling you property, with your investors, with lenders, with your team. Evaluate your communication skills and abilities and constantly refine them. Always strive to be a better communicator. I always found that the best person that can help me regarding my communication skills is my wife. If you go to your wife or go to your spouse or significant other and you say, hey, am I a good communicator? Be honest with me. What can I do to better communicate? If you got a couple hours, they'll be able to tell you. No, seriously, you got to get honest feedback and try to work on becoming that good communicator. Number 8, build a strong team. Your team is critical. You want to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, people that really know what they're doing. One of the things that impressed me with some of our guests that I've talked to is those that have went out and got the best attorney that they could find because they knew that later on that was going to come back to them. The documents that they had, the agreements they had with people were things that were going to emerge at certain points. So they didn't want to, they were paying more than they could really afford, but they got the top people, the attorney, the CPA, property managers, mortgage brokers, lenders, contractors, people that you work with on a regular basis. Build a strong team of smart people around you. Number 9, delegate. Where you can, unload things. You can easily get overwhelmed in doing the day-to-day activities, and you want to find where you can ways to focus your areas on the areas you are best at. Maybe you're really good with the number crunching part. So you do that and you find other people that are maybe the good negotiators or whatever it may be. You're looking for ways to focus on the areas that you're best. There's also little services like Fiverr. I use Fiverr a lot. And sometimes I just have people do research projects. $5, $10. You can have people do little research projects or develop graphics for you or other things that you might need. At some point, depending on your goals, you might even want to hire a part-time assistant, especially if you're looking at acquiring 500, 1,000, 2,000 units or more. You need to have people that are going to be able to understand your approach to business and be able to implement it well. So you may start with somebody that you're mentoring, and they may become a part-time assistant, and then at one point be full-time, and eventually be managing your business for you and you overseeing them. Number 10, network regularly and well. Real estate is always and has always been about relationships. It's really important here that you meet new people on a regular basis and that you strengthen the relationships of those that you've already met. That's really important. A lot of us forget that. But just sending a quick little note to somebody, a handwritten note, something to remind them, that you're there and to reconnect. Find people that you can help and people who you can help too. You want to be able to give back as you are moving forward in your goals. Number 11, be always on the hunt for the great deal. Program that into your daily activities, your weekly, monthly activities. You may be doing direct mail. You may have scheduled calls to brokers. Maybe you're calling 2 brokers a day or 1 broker a day, but it's in your schedule. Driving for dollars in the communities that you're looking to buy in, social media, online research, looking at loopnet.com, realtor.com, other places online, sending notes to people, emailing, calling referral sources, letting them know what you're looking for, always looking for deals, always evaluating deals, and submitting offers. If you see something and you put the numbers together and you see how it could work at a certain price, for example, submit offers. You should be submitting offers on a weekly basis if you can. Number 12, become an expert in your market or markets. If you have one key area or maybe you're just in your community, learn that community well. No matter what your target market is, you should know the good neighborhoods, the bad neighborhoods, what regions are transforming or changing, what are the paths of progress, and what are the opportunities, let's say, in the path of progress where you might be able to buy properties. Areas with good schools, where the big employers are, what businesses are coming to town, what's the city or the Chamber of Commerce doing to attract businesses and jobs. Number 13, know your numbers. Outside of relationship, numbers are the biggest part of this business, is really knowing all the various numbers. In your markets, you want to know unemployment numbers, population growth, the average income, cost per unit, cap rates. You want to know dollar per square foot. And then as you're analyzing properties, you want to look at things like ROI and vacancies, typical expenses. You're always looking at numbers and evaluating numbers. This is an area you can't spend enough time on. Number 14, understand the risks. Now, everybody, especially when you're looking at people that are selling something, they're always saying, real estate is the ideal investment. It's better than the stock market. It's, and a lot of these things are true, but it's not without its risks. And you need to understand those risks, and you need to structure your business and your approach to that business incorporating ways to reduce risk. And those risks could be in terms of insurance and having umbrella insurance policies to protect you against lawsuits, doing things structurally in your buildings to ensure that there aren't going to be potential problems or risks. It's also understanding investment. The market changes. It goes up and down. And so you've got to hedge yourself. If you think there's going to be a drop and correction, which a lot of people say is on the horizon, that there's going to be another downturn. We don't know how severe or how big it is, but you want to build that into your business. In other words, buying properties enough under value that you have some hedge in there if property values decline. Same with rents. Can you bring your rents down if you have to be able to get yourself through those rough times? And so you're building that into your business. Number 15, develop systems. Real important. If you're really smart about this, you're putting together a little notebook, for example, and you're as if you're going to be a franchise at some point so that you could hand this document to somebody and they could run your business for you. It's got everything in it, like your policies and procedures regarding tenant screening, evictions, how you handle property evaluations, what are your criteria for properties that you're purchasing, how do you evaluate the properties you're looking at. Always looking for ways to save time and to be more efficient in doing regular tasks. that'll all be built into developing these systems that you put together. It allows you to delegate more time and delegate sections of your systems to other people, and it frees you up. So you're constantly reviewing your processes for doing things, refining them, moving smarter ahead, and then repeating that process. Review, refine, move smart, and move forward, and do that on a regular basis. Number 16. Have a positive outlook. This is just key, just as a life philosophy, because I know we've all been at places, we've worked with people who, you just walk up to them and say, "Hey, how you doing today?" "Well, I'll tell you that Obama or that Trump or they're just kind of going to these negative places and about things that they're unhappy with, and by the time you're through talking to them, you feel drained. You don't want to be that kind of person. We're always going to have challenges. We're always going to have things that we face that are difficult. You're going to have great days and you're going to have horrible days, and you're going to make little mistakes and you're going to make huge mistakes. That's just part of the process. You learn when you go through those difficult times to be able to take that and turn it around for your advantage, and to be able to use that as a learning experience to become better at what you do. Keep your eyes fixed on the prize. Look at the end goal, not the steps and the slip-ups along the way. You will reach your goal if you're persistent, you're dedicated, you don't get caught up in the slime along the way. Go right for that goal and keep positive. Look at the positive things that are happening and the way you're moving forward and the things that you're learning. And finally, number 17, maintain high ethical standards. Realtors, like real estate agents, they have a list of code of ethics and standards they have to sign to agree to follow. But real estate investors, we don't really have that unless maybe you're a member of some organization that requires that. But generally, we're on our own, and it's so important. And the people that I've seen that have been really successful have been people that maintain high standards and ethics are the people that really become the most successful. It's so important in the long haul that you build those things into your philosophy and your approach to the business that you do. This, to me, is key. Being dishonest, disreputable, anything but completely transparent is not an option for me. Why? Because to me, I'm accountable to my wife, my family, my kids, my employees, the people I buy from, the people I sell to, the people I borrow from, the people I landlord. And ultimately, I'm accountable to God. Always, always, always be above reproach. Communicate everything clearly and accurately. Disclose everything regularly and be transparent. Believe me, in the long run, people are going to look at you as, this is the kind of person I want to do business with. And you won't even have to look for business because people will be looking for you and they've heard about your reputation. If you're doing things that are not above board, your reputation is going to destroy you too. Well, there you have it. 17 tips that can make you a better real estate investor. Each of these items should help you for the short and long term to become a successful real estate investor. And as a little bonus, if you found this list to be helpful, in our show notes section, not only we have everything I've talked about here and links to other areas that you can explore in more detail, but I have put together a little infographic. Okay, this is one of those like social media things that's out there now. But anyway, it's just a quick little diagram that has all 17 items on it that you can print out and you can post if you want to, or put it in your business plan or whatever. It's just a daily reminder or reference in your daily real estate investing activities. Well, that's it for today. Wow, this is a long list, but we got through it. Please note, Old Dog listeners, everything presented here today, including the links, can be accessed in our show notes on the Old Dogs website at olddogsreinetwork.com/blog. Okay? And you're going to be looking for episode 114 entitled 17 Best Habits of Highly Successful Real Estate Investors. Until next time, remember, cash flow is king and real estate investing the means. Thanks again for listening, and may God bless.
Thank you very much for visiting the Old Dogs REI Network. We would greatly appreciate if you would stop by iTunes and let us know what you think of the show. We would love if you could subscribe to the podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and write a review. The more ratings and reviews we receive, the more visible the podcast will be to others. Thank you.